Hi and welcome to this week's live Friday live trading video. Yes, that's it, and it is Friday. I'm here today. Next week it'll be Thursdays. Anyway, it's only early. It's 7:45 in the morning. It's non-farm payroll day, and so obviously that's going to be, I say, the big one. We'll go through in a bit actually recent non-farm payrolls just to give you an idea of how the markets move. So it's just early at the moment. I know this looks like it's having a bit of a move, the euro dollar, but really look at the pips down here. 111.58, the highs are at 111.66. Nothing too major, just a bit of wiggle room. If I actually go to an hourly chart, puts it into perspective, there you go. So nothing much here at the moment, but I'm just going to start going through everything with the guys in the trading room here. And so I'll press pause and we'll come back to this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look, whilst we've got a bit of time here this morning. Actually, we've got loads of time. Let's have a look at some previous non-farm payroll days. So in October, it was Friday the 5th. So let's have a look at Friday the 5th. As you can see, it's disguised them on here. So there's no huge volatility, but we can see, but it was on this bar here. So what actually happened? Price has been going up, sort of into it, had a down bar the previous bar. Then when non-farm payrolls come out at 1:30, we must have shot up and then reversed. That was obviously the end of that, and then started trickling back up. Okay, so nothing too much, but it had a bit of volatility on that bar. Bearing in mind, that would have all been pretty much within the space of half an hour, because the news comes out at 1:30. So 1:30 UK time. It's 12:30 today because of the clocks changing, so we're still out of sync with the US at the moment until they change their clocks. So but anyway, normally at 1:30. So let's go to September, and it was Friday the 30th of September. Make sure that is right before I get. Just checking my diary. September. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, no. It was the 27th. My apologies. I'm just looking at the calendar. It was the 27th. 27th. That can't be right. Have a look here. I'm looking at my calendar. 27th. Guys, can you just confirm? Yeah, Friday the 20. Oh no, sorry. What an idiot. It's the beginning of the month, not the end. Right, so it's the 6th. Friday the 6th of September. I thought it didn't look right. So what I've just missed then, therefore, is. Hold on. Let's have a look for. Let's stop recording. Okay, so it's the 6th of September is the next one. So can't even see it in here because there's really not much volatility at all. So where's the one? There's the 1 o'clock bar. So no movement there in September at all. By the way, the expectations are fairly low for the figures this month. 85,000 is the expectations for the NFP figures. So fairly low expectations. So we'll see how they end up printing. And now if we go into August, just go one more down to the early part of August, and we're looking at, what was it in August? It was the 2nd. So the 2nd of August. Is there much volatility there? No. Probably that bar there. No, that's 8 o'clock in the morning. There it is there. So really, certainly August and September, really not a lot going on. All right, you can argue that August is summer, but it doesn't make any difference, honestly. If it's going to be there, it's going to be. If there's going to be some volatility, it'll still be there. So not huge. Last month was better, and we'll see what happens this month. We've just had FOMC. The expectation, bearing in mind this, is that the Federal Reserve are not going to cut rates now. So there's only something like a 27% probability that they cut rates now going into December. So, but if the employment figures come out low, could that make the markets jump around a bit? It could do. But the Fed, what they're talking about a lot of the time is employment, inflation, and effectively trade wars. So that's where their focus is, and managing what they're doing around all of that information. Okay, so we just had a little look there. Let's go to July, as I've got it back in July. See when the Friday was. In early July, it was the 5th, so 5th. Oh, a little bit more volatility on that month. There we go. So at a nice bar and a bit of follow through. So yeah, okay, bit different there. Right, okay, I'm going to leave you to it. So that's a little bit about what has happened in recent months. So as you can see, it's some months not really much at all. Other months a bit more. Well, July certainly some follow through. Last month a bit of volatility, then it just calmed down. So we shall see. I'll press pause for now. Hi, just back, and we are now at 20 past 12 UK time. So 10 minutes to go for the non-farm payrolls. So we've just been sat here all day. Hopefully you can see when I'm doing the recording the recording thing. So all I have to do is just press pause, and I carry on chatting with the guys in the trading room. You can see the guys in the trading room there. There they are. There you go. There they are. That's the trading room. So we've been chatting this morning, and but we haven't been trading. So I haven't. Okay, going into this, I would like, looking at the daily charts, I'd like to see the euro go up. The overall trend has been up, but of course it can pull back. So if we do get an up move, bearing in mind we've got the big round number at 112, not that far away. So if we do get an upside break, then a nice easy run, I say easy run, but a nice run to around 112. We've got 111.97 is the daily 200 moving average, all around that round number there. So if we push up on the news, I will leg into a trade. So I'll put a unit in, then I'll add a second unit. So I've just been going through all this with the guys. So my plan is, if we shoot up, then I'll be watching it for the first, however long, and then I'll look to get in, and then I'll wait a bit, and then look to get a second unit in. So that's how I'm going to split it up, going up. If we go up, if we come down, I'll take a step back, because that goes against the overall what's going on at the moment. The 4-hour chart, just to get a picture here, here's the 4-hour chart. We're above all the key moving averages. The trend is up, so I want to trade on the long side, basically. So if it goes to the upside, of course, could it go one way then reverse? Yes, because these sort of things do often happen on news. But the overall trend in the short term has been to the upside. So if it does start breaking up, then I'd be looking to get on the long side. If it comes down, we'll sit back and we'll assess that. If it comes down in a big way, then at some point I could get on the short side, but that would take a bit longer into the afternoon. If it comes down for a bit and then reverses, then I could still then look at a long. That's as far as the euro dollar is concerned. The Aussie dollar is another one that I've been watching. It should move similarly to that of the euro. So we could watch that and trade the Aussie instead of, but I might as well just trade one of them. But the Aussie's, again, an interesting one there. Not interesting cable. Dollar yen could be interesting as well, or will be. But again, it's had this big move down yesterday. If I take you to the daily charts, that's the daily chart. We're on a little trend line, around this trend line at the moment. So again, that could have a bit of a bounce. So we shall see how it all goes. Be back in about 7 minutes. Okie dokie, right, so we're back. We've got about 15 seconds. No need to do anything straight away, just going to watch it. And then we will take it from there. So let's just see how it goes first of all. I've got my deal tickets ready to bring across if there is a move. So we're going to the downside. Our looks of things, are we? So the jobs reports are out. So we're getting a move to the downside. So maybe they came in as expected. Let's have a look. Oh, 128,000 versus 185,000 expected. So much better. So expected than expected. So no surprise why we're seeing dollar strength coming in. So like I've said, nothing for me to do just yet. So yeah, so it's certainly a beat on the non-farm payrolls. It's not been a huge move here on the euro as yet, but it's decent enough to the downside. So we're going to keep monitoring this, and then we'll come back and see. So I'll just press pause while we're waiting to see how much more what else is going to happen here. Just let it do its thing for now. 4-hour chart. Right, okay, folks, we've come down, so I'm going to get a unit in on the euro here. So getting one in. If we do a retracement, then I'll get a second unit in. So I've got one in at the moment. As far as targets are concerned, we may as well leave these targets a little bit open. Although this is obviously Friday's live trading, and but if the euro is going to weaken here, if the dollar's going to get a bit of strength from this very positive jobs report, then we could, looking at that euro on a daily chart, could see the euro back down at sort of 111 or so. So I don't want to be in a hurry to cash out, so to speak, if I'm up like 15 pips, 20 pips. So we're going to do that. But at the moment, so I've just got the one unit in. Stop wise, sorry. Stop we're going to put at 111.55. Oh, well, 55. We've got these highs here. But it shouldn't want to come that far now. Anyway, I'm looking at other charts. So, no, it shouldn't want to come that high. So stops are going to go in at 55. So shorted there. Let's just get the stop in. 111.55. There we go. Now, when we get a retrace, if we get a retrace, I'll put the stop. Another unit in. So I'll just press pause for now. Okay, just back at the moment, and we can see what's going on. We haven't managed to obviously get that second unit in yet. We were close when it just pulled back up here. I was just looking for a little bit more at that point, and it just very quickly came off. So just if we can come back up into that zone again. Now the irony is, that it works that way sometimes. But so if we can still get some sort of secondary bounce, then I will still add. Is it possible that if we just break down now here, still in this relatively early part of the afternoon, that it comes back up later? Let's say later today it's back up at 111.40. I'll put another unit in up there. So if it just breaks down here, it doesn't mean still not going to get that second unit in, is what I'm saying. So we shall see. Oops, just realised I hadn't pressed pause on the recording. Press pause. Okay, so we're nearly up. We're doing this little retrace now, and we are nearly at my level to put my second unit in. And then we take it from there. We've got the ISM figures coming out in 50 minutes, the manufacturing PMIs. So that could still affect these markets yet. They're a really strong figure. Those payrolls figures, which is a good sign for the economy, but that we do have these manufacturing PMIs coming out, so we'll see how that affects the dollar. But I'm going to stay with the short side for now, because that's where everything's facing in the short term. On that bigger picture, the euro dollar's overall in a good enough trend to the upside. I'm bullish on the euro dollar overall, but I'll trade it nevertheless for the short side for now, and because on the back of that news. So let's just see if we can hit. It's not quite hit on mine. Bands off screen. So let's see if we can get the hit, and then I'm going to hit this. So okay, we are nearly there. I'm not going to get too fussy, but there we go. That'll do. There we go. Right, shorted it at 71, 37, 1. Okay, second unit in at 37, and stop is again. Let's clean the stop up. The stop's going to go in at 111.55. Okay, right. Second unit is in. Right. And so I've got 2 units in now. So I've got let's bring it, get a quick screenshot. So of the 2 units, just take the screenshot here. So as we stand, got the first unit in at 32, second unit in at 37. The stops are at 55, and that's where we're at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. I suspect this is going to take some time now. With regards to, we've got these figures coming out at the top of the hour. It's 1:13 at the moment, so we've got 45 minutes or so. So it'll be interesting to see how these figures come out. If the figures come out poor, we could see this euro dollar go all the way back up again, and then I'll be looking for long side plays again. So let's see how we go. Well, I might as well. Okay, just back. So we've got the ISM figures just coming out. Let's just see how the market reacts. And yeah, looks like I'm going to get stopped. And oh yeah, I have. I've just been stopped. Now, it's not all over though, because if we can please follow through to the upside, I'm going to get on the long side here this afternoon. Aussie's going up. So the I see gold's going up. So yeah, the ISM figures came out slightly lower. So manufacturing index. So yeah, it's still better than it was before. But as we're seeing here, I've just obviously got chopped so far. I say so far today. So we're going to keep an eye on this euro dollar. It's only 2 o'clock. Let's bring up the a screenshot of the account, so, of the trade, should I say, on the account, not the account. There we go. So there's the trades, minus 181, but it looks like I'm going to be getting in on the long side now. Could I get chopped? Yes, but we've kept it relatively small. I'm going to have to go in. This is too good to, not be going in on. So I'm going to put a unit in, and then we'll see how we go. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's just double check the 5-minute chart. Okay. So what are we at? 46, 60 odd. Okay, right. Everything's up. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah. So let me quickly get the till ticket ready to go. Okay, right. Long euro dollar at 65 and another one straight away at 67. Both. So 2 units in straight away. We're doing the opposite. Stops are going to be down at 45. Okay, stops are down at 45. I'm calling this a little bit louder because I'm now talking fast because of the telling the guys in the trading room here as well. So I'm just getting the stops ready. Let's get the stops. Bring these over. So 111.45. I'm basically putting it below the breakup bar that we just had here. 111.45. And let's bring the other one over. And for the other entry, 111. And hopefully I'm obviously not getting chopped, but it's a good enough reversal that we've seen here this afternoon. I'm watching other markets as well. I'm not just watching euro dollar. It's what's going on in some of these other markets as well, to say, okay, let's see if we can now go back to plan A, which was, if you remember, I would like to have seen the euro break up this afternoon. We're now getting the upside push. So that's what I'm looking for there. So I'll just press pause for a minute. We're 17 minutes into this recording so far. Okay, just back. And so we are now at 250. So it looks like I bought the high there when I got those entries in, because I got the 2 entries at 66 and 67. We're currently at 65 now. We've done a dip intra-bar. And as that news has come out, so I took that trade at 50 minutes ago, pretty much. And then we've just come, looks like we're going to be closing near the high of the bar. We'll have to see. So I'm just going to keep going, coming and going, should I say now. But I was just saying to the guys in the trading room, one thing with today is that I can say is I think I've been a bit aggressive this afternoon. And that's okay, because like I said to the guys, I'm only trading relatively small. But I do think, look, in hindsight, the short side, I'm overall bullish on this market. Maybe I should have held back a little bit, but if I'd have held back and then it had carried on going down, then I'd have said, oh well, the numbers were good and the figures were good, and so on the non-farm payrolls, but then we had worse figures than expected on the ISM manufacturing figures. So what now? We're just in management really. So I'm just going to keep coming back on the mic. There's nothing more to do, nothing to do with the stop. Target's way up at 111.97, so nothing to do there. So this video probably won't get produced until late this evening, until we see whatever happens with this. By late this evening, I'll have to get it produced, but that's what I'll do. So I'll keep coming to this, even if it breaks out. The target's not until we get to 111.97, which on the daily chart is that 200-day moving average there at 111.97. Round number at 112 as well. It's a good level. So whether it can do it today, it might well be that this now takes into Monday morning to complete. But at least you know what my levels, you know what I'm looking for. So by Monday, If it's not done it by tonight, when this video goes out to you, if you see the euro go up on Monday, then you know we've hit our targets. We'll have had one losing trade, one winning trade. Losing trade lost a net 22 pips, and the winning trade will have made 33 pips or so, 34. So that's the something like that. Anyway, around the 112 zone. So yeah, call it 30 pips. So anyway, for now, I'll press pause. We'll come back to this later. Well, okay, just back here, and it's now 4 o'clock. And as you can see, we've run up to around about 111.70 or so, sitting at 68 at the moment. So literally, there we go, 4 o'clock now. So there's not too much to say here other than what I've already said. I'll just keep coming back to this. It is possible. Sometimes you do get a late afternoon run, as we call them. Even on a Friday, it does happen sometimes that 5 o'clock or whatever, and all of a sudden you get a bit of a break, especially as this is close to a breakout. So if we go to the 4-hour chart, it's close to an overall breakout here. This is the 4 hours. So you have seen it, but realistically as well, at this time of day, we have to also say, well, maybe that's it, and it's just going to stay in a zone now until we get into Monday. So if it does go up on Monday, then like I've said, we're looking at that 111.97 area, around 112, because that's the next round number, so it should want to get to 112, but I would certainly take one of the units off at 11.97 if it did get there. But otherwise, so all it'll do is, like with all parts of trading, it'll pay for the loss. If it gets up there. If it doesn't, then it's 2 stop outs. Simple as that. But that's trading. If you actually go back, I went onto our. Oh no, I haven't got it anymore. I went onto our YouTube site first thing this morning, and if you go onto our videos, there's like 2,000 videos or something on there, and it goes all the way back to 2012 from what I can see. But you can go back, and there's Friday live trading videos going all the way back to 2012 on there, and it's not a bad exercise if you want to see the various types of trading that I've done over the years on the Friday live videos, because the markets have changed. The markets were different in 2012 and 13 to how they are this year. I wasn't always trading on a challenge account, and all of that as well. So I certainly when I had a quick look this morning, it was 2012. Maybe they go back further, or maybe that's as far as they go back. And the others have been deleted. I don't know. But anyway, worthwhile. So for now, I will come back later and finish the video, but we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, just going to finally finish off the today's video. So the time is 8:15 in the evening, and this has happened over the years. That when I first started doing the live trading videos, well, from what I could see earlier on, 2012, I thought it was longer than that ago. But anyway, if it was 2012, it was always about the day trading. But there was always the occasional Friday where you get into a trade and it hasn't got to target, but there's no point in coming out just because it hasn't. So this is where we are at with the euro right now. So it's up at 111.64. So it's just been hovering here. If we take it out to the daily charts to give it some perspective, you get a better sense of where it's at today. And so hopefully in the early part of next week, it can push up. So you know where my stops are. The stops are at, well, actually, I'll bring them up actually. So they were this morning. So let's just take a quick last screenshot of of the 2 trades. I'm laughing because you can just see what look at the P&L there. So these were the 2 entries at 66, 67, and the stop losses are at 45. Okay, I haven't put the limit actually orders in at the moment. They're still clear, so I haven't actually put those in because it's still a bit of a way off yet, but I'll deal with that on Monday. So sometimes that happens. That's my style. Some day traders all counts or all costs want to be out and flat by the end of the day. That's not my style because I'm a swing trader as well. So we'll see how this plan pans out. So unfortunately I can't, this is going to go out probably tomorrow, Saturday at some point, So I can't actually give a conclusion whether this was a winning day or whatever. It's just a day trade day. One thing, like I said earlier on, that I can take from today was probably a bit aggressive on getting on the short side, just to try and find a trade, possibly. But if I'm going to be critical of self about that. But other than that, there's always a justification, for taking the trades. That was based on the news. The news was definitely dollar positive, but the market shrugged it off. And then once the ISM figures came out, then the opposite happened. So we shall see how we go. I still maintain, like I said at the beginning of today's video, minute one, that the overall trend at the moment on the euro dollar is the upside. And so overall, even if the euro does pull back next week, and it could still pull back to that daily 20 next week, I still see this as having a little bit more upside in it as yet. We shall see. Anyway, I shall leave you that with you. We're 25 minutes in. Don't normally do the live trading videos that long. I used to years and years ago, but I've tried to keep them a bit shorter in recent years. But here we go. Long one today. Take care. Enjoy your weekends. See you next week.